Hello all. We are currently down in my basement, where as you can see I have quite a bit of 1/6 scale stuff kind of stored down here. There's the 250 half track and the 540K Mercedes-Benz. I kind of started running out of room upstairs, so I brought a lot of stuff down here because it was just empty space and it just made a good place to put it. But anyway, the reason that we're here is because Santa brought me this. Let me see if I can get this camera back to where it'll get the whole track. Okay, there we go. Now this is a Carrera digital slot car set. It is 1/24 scale track and 1/32 scale cars. Now I had slot cars back in the 70s when I was a kid, and things have just advanced so far it's not even funny. The cars I had as a kid were strictly analog. I had 2-lane track, and the way it worked was that when you squeezed the trigger on the controller, it increased the voltage of the track, and that made the car run. You could only run one car on each lane. The cars couldn't change lanes or anything like that. And it was a basic system, but I had a lot of fun with it, and there were a lot of tracks around back then. But these have advanced so far. If any of you have ever messed around with model railroads with the digital command control system, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now everything is digital. Instead of squeezing the controller and increasing the voltage to the track rails are at a constant 14 volts, and the controller sends a digital signal to each car. So right now I only have 3 controllers, so I can run 3 cars, but if I add extra controllers I can run up to 6 cars on a 2-lane track. This section right here is something else that you couldn't do on the old-fashioned slot cars. This is a lane change section, and what happens is you've got a button on your controller. It's a lane change button. It's also used for programming and stuff, but as you're coming up on the corner you just push that button and your car will change lanes. So that is really pretty cool. Another great feature that they've got is what they call ghost cars. You can set cars to run autonomously around the track at a predetermined speed, and then you can race cars along with them. So right now, the way I have it set up, this Porsche is a ghost car, and it's set to run pretty much as fast as it possibly can without coming off the track. That means that in some spaces it could be going faster down straightaways, but we don't want it to fly off, so it's set at a predetermined speed. The Aston Martin is also a ghost car, and it's set for a much slower speed. And the reason for that is that way we've got something that can get in the way, something that you have to get around, like an obstacle. The yellow Corvette is live, and that is controlled by the yellow buttoned controller. Now they also make wireless controllers for these, and there's a lot of other features that I intend to get into, but I kind of need to spend more money and get more accessories. For example, they have a pit lane section, and if you have the pit lane section, you can run on limited fuel. There's another accessory that goes with it. It's a driver monitor, and it shows you how much fuel is in your car, and when you get low, you pull into the pit, stop on the pit lane, and push your lane change button, and it refuels your car. And you sit there for a couple seconds until it's fully refueled, and then off you go again. So these things are really, really advanced compared to what I am used to. And I'll give you a little demonstration. Now, like I said, these are set up with 2 ghost cars and a live car. So as soon as I turn the system on, the 2 ghost cars will take off, and I'll be able to drive the Corvette. And I've only had this for a few days, but I've already spent hours playing with this thing. It is just too much fun to be legal. So you come to the control unit, and here we go. As you can see, I've caught up to the Aston Martin. He changed lanes with me, if you didn't want, and he did it again. The ghost cars change lanes kind of randomly. Oh, and that's what happens when you try to change lanes and there's a car there already. Then you have to turn everything off. Set your cars back up. All right, we'll try this one more time. Now these cars do have magnets in them to help them stay on the track. And there's a few things I'm learning already that you can do to kind of cheat. I'm hoping this guy will change lanes. There you go. Now we get around. Now out here we got to run kind of slow, but around this curve you can really get cooking because of that guardrail. I can greatly increase my speed because the guardrail protects me from the spin-out. If you watch closely, you can see these things drifting. They're just trying to catch up to their quick car now. Oh, now he's in front of me. We got him. And now we're around him. I have to slow down out here where there's no guardrails, but as soon as I come around this corner, I can really give it the juice and fly around that turn. The only thing is I have to watch that I don't go into the turn too fast, because if I do, it'll jump out of the slot. Now here's the reason that the Aston Martin is supposed to go slower. See how he got in my way? I got lucky there, and he changed lanes at just the right time. So we will try and catch that portion. Alright, now I got them all. That was pretty cool. The Aston Martin jumped out of its slot, happened to land in the other slot, kept right on going. Now we can get around him. Go, and that's what happens when you go too fast. So anyway, that's the new slot car set. That's what we're playing with. Like, I need another hobby. I got so many projects on the shelf right now that I'm not going to finish before I die, and here I am trying something new. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast with them. And I highly recommend them. These are Carrera. Now the two major players, I guess, in this are Carrera and Scale Electrics. The big difference being that the Carrera, what you see here, this is actually a 1/24th scale track with 1/32nd scale cars. So I can run 1/24th scale cars on this if I want to. The Scale Electrics is also 1/32nd scale cars, but they're using 1/32nd scale track, so you cannot run 1/24th scale cars on this electric track, or at least not easily. So there it is. That's what Santa brought me for Christmas, new slot car set. I've already got 2 4-packs of straight sections coming. What we're going to do is we're going to tilt the entire layout just a little bit so that this lane can squeak past that pole. And then we'll run out here. We'll move this entire section that way. So what we'll basically be doing is right here we'll be adding 4 straight sections. And right there we'll be adding 4 straight sections, which will extend all of this further out. All this stuff over here is just empty boxes, so I can move that around at will. And the reason they're set up like that, you can just see that gray thing there? That's a kitty litter box. So I got them kind of set up so my cat kind of has a little bathroom. I don't think he really cares, but it makes me feel better. So anyway, there you go. There's the new Carrera slot car set. And like I said, I'm going to get more accessories. My next will be a pit lane so that I can run with limited fuel. And then I'll probably, they have like lap counters and stuff. You can get really realistic with these. They've even got a bridge with the 5 red lights across it, just like a real Formula One race. At the beginning, the lights will blink on one by one until all 5 are lit, and then they go off and you're off and running. And you can set it up for a race with up to 6 cars. That's one other thing I need to do when I extend the track. This section of track, you can see that it's painted with the boxes for the cars, and it should actually be right about here. So when we take this apart to extend it, we'll grab that section and put it in the proper place. But and then I'm looking for some Formula One cars. I'm watching a McLaren on eBay right now. The Formula One cars have gotten really hard to find. I don't know why, but we'll figure it out. And so far, like I said, we're really having a blast with it, and I highly recommend it. It's big fun. You can get the kids involved. It's just, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Can't you tell? So anyway, there you go. The new Carrera digital slot car set. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.